So this video is going to serve as an interlude between the last video on this channel and the next video after this video that I'm uploading now. This is sort of an interlude between the two. So what do we know for sure? Or at least, what do I think? I kind of talked about this in the last video a little bit. I mentioned that we think, well, I think that the Earth is an ever expansive plane of existence that resembles a cube, and I'm not sure if I'm really certain about the whole cube shit, but one thing's for sure, I don't think Earth is round. I think it's probably flat. I've been changing my mind on the whole cube thing, and I believe we're in an enclosed little section of the Earth that the elites, these entities, whoever controls the Earth, this realm, wants us to be in. And there's infinite possibilities about what exists outside of this little enclosed circle that's 7 continents. Maybe all the parallel universes are parallel to us and exist outside of this little enclosed box, and once you take the box off, it's just an ever expansive plane with multiverses, and that's what I am coming to the conclusion of. So we know that. We know, number one, we know that the Earth is an ever expansive flat plane. Bullet point number 1. So that leads me, well, that doesn't lead me to shit, but that makes me want to talk about the second point. So we know, or at least I think, history has been fabricated, lied about, or at some points completely fabricated and made up. And I'm of course referencing the whole Tartaria thing, right? I think everything before 100 years ago, 150 years ago, like somewhere between the 1890s and 1920s, before that time period, history did not exist as we know it, and it was just Tartaria. And I believe that Tartaria is the real history. I don't believe any of this shit happened about the Revolutionary War and the Civil War in America and the Revolutionary War in America. None of that shit happened. America was formed after some sort of reset, after, 1900. I'm just going to say 1900. So everything before 1900 that they tell us happened in school is really a lie. So we know that. So that's bullet point number 2. So what is bullet point number 3? Or I guess this is more bullet point 2.5, because bullet point 2.5 being that Tartaria existed at one point and encompassed the entire box that we live in. I know that I keep mentioning that we live in a box. What I mean by that is that there's a glass dome around this section of the ever expansive Earth, and in that dome existed at one point before the reset Tartaria, and Tartaria, which I need to research more, went through many different ages. Okay, Star Fort builders, you know, the tower builders, and the destruction and the subversion and all this shit. Tartaria went through a lot, obviously. So we know Tartaria existed at one point before the 1900s and was the real history. So that's bullet point 2.5. And bullet point number 3, I almost nearly forgot what bullet point number 3 was, but bullet point number 3 is that there are non-human entities among us, not clones, not reptilians, but some sort of not, or maybe reptilians, I don't fucking know. Definitely not clones though, you know, that it's so easy to debunk the whole demon tranny clone conspiracy theory. You know, if you know anything about forensic science, then you would know that the vast majority of people are not clones because they're not trannies. You know, I know forensic science pretty well. I know, you know, female and male and female anatomy. I know, you know, female and male traits, etc., etc. And I can tell you with absolute certainty, with absolute confidence, that the whole demon tranny clone thing is bull fucking shit. So we can, you know, that's outside the realm of possibility. But there are non-human entities amongst us who can play multiple roles, and if not that, they have other avatars, aka extensions of themselves, that inhabit the earth. So bullet point number 3 is either multiple role actors are amongst us, or there are avatars, there are multiple avatars of the same entity running around on the earth, muckying up the earth, plotting on your downfall. And those are the three things that we know for sure. So yeah, that's all I really have for now. I'm gonna make part 2 of my theory on the whole conspiracy thing. Part 1 wasn't very good. I feel like this video was, you know, a lot better than the last video, but, you know, such is life. I'll think about what more to say and what I think, and I've got to do more research before making, you know, the next video. So yeah, that's about it. Take care, guys.